here today to ask people first, foremost, to get their ballots in the mail. The second thing we're asking them to do, and you go see Roberto up there, is asking them to think about who they're voting for. Don't vote for the lesser of two evils, because you have some choices this time around. You have some peace candidates, you have some anti-war candidates, you have some justice candidates. So look at the ballot very carefully. And there is a local ballot, 26108, which has to do with taking money out of our local elections. The city council in 2004 started the process. 2005 they passed a 4-to-1 vote. But they did an interesting thing that I really appreciate being an activist. They said, okay, let's run it for 4 or 5 years and then give the people of Portland an opportunity to vote on it, see if they want to keep it going. And here's what it does. If you want to run for city council, mayor, or auditor, you go and you get 1,000 people to give you $5. And they sign that they support you, they support your candidacy. You can apply to the city for a major amount of money, about $150,000. Now the corporations are screaming, oh, we can't afford that, we can't afford that. We can't afford now to get the corporate money out of our elections. Look what's happening on the national level. The Democrats and the Republicans are taking in historical amounts of money. They are spending money, and where is it all going? It's all going to TV. It's all going to the media. So how in God's name can we get the media to stop this stuff and do a real story on the effect of it when they're making millions and millions of dollars off it? So it's really a cancer on our body politics. So most of the time I'm at odds with our city council. However, when they do something really good, I want to give them credit. 4-to-1 vote, they said, let's take corporate money out of our local politics. And who's against this? The corporate media is against it, like the Oregonian. The corporations are against it, like Nike. The business community is against it because they can't buy influence anymore. So we have one member of the council that actually used the system to get on. She was a nurse, not a lawyer, not a multi-billionaire. She was a nurse. She ran and she told people what she stood for, and they put her on the city council, which is just wonderful. Right? Now, Amanda Fritz and I don't always agree, but I've never gotten the feeling that I couldn't talk to her like I'm talking to you. And any other politician I've ever dealt with, and I've dealt with a lot of them, I always feel like I'm talking to someone on a moving bus, and they're going away. They just want to get away from me. Never got that feeling with her. Does it have anything to do with the $5 that she went out and really worked hard?
Did she get the $5 from everybody? And
she went and she got the money from the city to run a real campaign. Because you can't run a real campaign unless you have a lot of money. The question is, where does it come from? Well, if you give her $5 and I give her $5, you don't have any more influence than I do. And it could be the model for the state. The state could look at this and say, okay, this is not a bad idea, because we can't get past the united decision that came down from the Supreme Court. Because basically what they're saying is it's free speech. And once they did that, we were screwed.
I got a question. So if this is already in place, how come we're voting on it?
Because they did this incredible thing that politicians never do. They said, we're going to make the decision. They did, 4-to-1. They passed it, but they put a provision in that in 2010, the people of Portland would get a chance to ratify it and say, yeah, this is a good idea, let's do this. Politicians never do that kind of stuff. They did it. And what I'm saying to the people of Portland, please, if you vote for nothing else, vote for 26108.
26 what?
It's measure 26108.
Okay.
So people should know that, and also the Progressive Party, the Oregon Progressive Party has endorsed it, come out really strong on it. Me and Roberto are riding around with our Progressive Express, and we have a big sign talking about 26108 with our candidates. We have 3 candidates that we're running. So we're doing a lot of stuff. We're here today, though, to remind people you have to get your ballots in the mail. You're running out of time. The election is next Tuesday. Postmark doesn't count. So you can't go until Tuesday and get it to the post office and be okay. It's got to be in the hands of the election committee on Tuesday. So,
can we drop them in the boxes, Joe?
They got boxes all over the city. They got, I know they got one by the Multnomah County down by Grant, and I think it's Madison.
Okay.
They have one there, and then they have one scattered around.
The library, yep.
Have them. So you can go online, go to the county or the elections committee, and they'll give you a list of where they are.
26108.
It's 26108, and it's also called Voter-Owned Election. Isn't that a great name?
I like it.
Voter-Owned Elections.
Good. Well, thank you, and I'm going to get some more info here. Okay. Howdy, Roberto.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I want to get your sign there. Pretty colorful. Trying to wake people up about the Progressive Party, right?
Yeah, we're doing some last-minute politicking here, trying to get some information out to the people because we got less than a week. And the Progressive Party needs 1% of the statewide vote to stay on the ballot. So we're trying to work on that because, you know, we're not going to get any solutions, any progressive solutions until we get people in power, and you know, we can't expect that the Republicans or the Democrats are going to do anything about it because they're just corporate, you know. They've been bought, you know, and, you know, we're not going to get any progressive solutions from them because they don't want to do that. They think that sharing the wealth is bad. They have their few 1% cronies who love the tax breaks, and you know, they don't create anything with that wealth. They don't create jobs. They don't want to support health care for all. They don't want to, you know, do good things. They want to take away Social Security. They want to give that to Wall Street. You know, they want to get rid of Medicare because they don't want us to have health care in our old age because it costs too damn much. And they're sitting on all the money, you know. They got all that money offshore and stuff. So, in order to get progressive values, you got to have progressive politicians willing to go there and stay with their message, and not be bought up and change their minds every 5 minutes. You know, so
this is a good alternative for the two choices too, right? This Progressive Party.
Yeah, I mean, we you know, have those values that are there for a progressive future. You know, we want to create a better world. We want to reduce the, you know, the military weaponry, and we don't want to be in wars all over the world spending trillions of dollars in lives and killing civilians over what? You know, oil. You know, we need a better energy future, so we really have to work on it, you know. And you have to do, you know, work with the industrial sector to be able to do that stuff and make it happen, not just talk about it. You know, so just tired of listening to all these politicians talk about it, saying they're going to do one thing and they do another. And, you know, how many years have I listened to that? 45, 50 years of that. So I'm out here just trying to do my last minute thing, and Joe, the lone vet, and I are riding around in our Progressive Express pickup truck with our message on it, so we'll do the rounds for the election. So that's what we can do.
Yeah, letting people know there is another party out there.
Yeah,
and I think this one is called Progressive, but they say Pro. It says PRO on the ballot, right?
Yeah, it's Pro on the ballot because the Secretary of State decided to change things around and make it a 3-letter designation, making it harder for people to know what they're voting on.
So you got to vote for the Pro Party now.
The Pro Party, yes. PRO.
Okay.
You know, any, you know, alternative party, we support some of the Green candidates, so, you know, we're trying to create a front so that we have people together. We're all in the same boat. You know, there's no use in arguing or bickering about fine points. We're on a sinking ship. We got to work to keep it afloat.
Well,
So,
thanks for your help and educating
thanks for
people.
being out here filming us.
Okay.
This is the Good News Network.